Hi guys, my name is Siobhan Evans Egan. I'm a psychic spiritual medium and shamanic practitioner. I'm also an admin on the International Mediumship page where I'll be posting this video. Members, what I do kind of now and again is I put out to members questions if they have any questions regarding their psychic and medium development, and then I would do short videos and post them up. So I put them on YouTube because if you feel drawn to this, then maybe it's for you. So my videos are really working towards those who are curious about their developing their psychic or medium or healing abilities. It's not going to interest you otherwise, but all my answers only come from my own experience. That's it. So one of them, our members on the International Mediumship page, Chris, put up a question, and the question was, how do mediums start like their readings? How do they start the readings to encourage the the spirits or the loved ones to come forward? Okay, and the other part of that was, and also how to get the sitter to feel very comfortable. So I've been doing this over 20 years, and every reading is still a challenge and still different. So I want to put that out to Chris and for those who are developing. We will always be students and we'll always be learning and we'll always be challenged. So from my early stages in development and kind of how to encourage spirit to come true would be I didn't trust at first. I didn't trust that or really have the wisdom and the know-how that, first of all, I never had to worry about that in the first place, because the person's loved ones know exactly who needs to come through. That's already set up. So anyone that books a reading with me and is coming for a reading and their loved ones come through, that's already prearranged. That's already sorted. Their loved ones already know they're coming. They just nudge them here on the Art Life to kind of choose who the mediums to be. So the person in spirit has chose you as the medium in order to get the message through. Now, if it's in a practice, okay, and not like professional reading, if it's in practice, then perfect. So I'm going to kind of talk about this in two ways. First of all, when I used to learn, when we were practicing, you are either in just randomly just practicing with people or you're part of a group. If you're part of a group in a training group, your mentor or teacher will already kind of have given you ways and to encourage you and given you exercise which to follow within that practice session. So, but if you're practicing on your own and just doing it like randomly, just meeting with people and checking whether it's online or whether it's in person, this is where you have to be open both sides to whether it's going to be psychic reading, medium reading, or a mixture of both, because not all readings are fully medium readings. We just assume because we're practicing mediumship that it's going to be a full medium reading. So do be aware of when that takes place, because sometimes what happens when we're not getting the clear medium reading, it's not coming in strong enough, it's because that's not the need. The need is your client, the need is their life guidance. Even if they say to you it's a medium reading, what's it we're always told, you don't get what you want, you get what you need. So it's important for us and for you as the psychic medium who is setting up to do a reading to be really aware of that. So if you're setting up and you're doing a medium reading and you're in practice or whatever, and you want to encourage spirit to come forward, some people use relaxation, breath work, the sitting in the power to get themselves open and aware of that connection already. They build up that power, they build up that connection. Some people use candles to symbolize whether they're when they're ready to begin the reading and when they're ready to close down, to blow it out. So there's many little different little things that you can use. Sometimes you intuitively just want to say a prayer, open up, I'm ready, come forward. So one of the first things I remember in my beginning stages of development was we were encouraged to visualize a bridge and to sense a bridge. Some people sense, see, feel, know, and know that there's a bridge and that you're building this bridge between the both worlds, and you're encouraging the loved ones of the person you're going to read for to step forward, come forward, come forward. Um, I used to use an on button. I used to kind of imagine myself in a room and I'd open the door as such and I'd press on, so I'm ready. I'm ready, please come forward. But the encouragement, I guess, works both ways. So we're encouraging the loved ones to come forward, but our part to play as the psychic, the medium, is to relax ourselves, to welcome them, to trust them, and to trust that they know exactly what needs to be told and what needs to come forward and who needs to come forward. So before I read, sometimes I do say a little prayer. Sometimes I just say, please help me be a clear communicator, that I can put all my stuff to the side and feel, sense, and know, and to honor the person in which I am giving the reading to and who I'm giving the reading for, to honor them because it's their story, it's their healing. So sometimes I say a little prayer. So whatever you feel you need to do, if you need to breathe, to relax yourself, to encourage spirit, as I said, that's already set up. They're already aware. So really what we're doing is we're not encouraging the spirit to come forward, we're inviting them to come closer, but we have to invite a part of ourselves to allow that to happen. So it's like inviting someone to your home. Well, you have to open the door. You have to allow them in. You have to trust that they're going to turn up. Okay? So, and we have to trust who's going to turn up. That is meant to be. So there's as I said, there's little parts to that. So in practice, that's grand. You're practicing medium reading, you know what you're doing. But when you're sitting up and doing a practice that's not in a training group, you need to be open to whether it can be, honestly, just because we want to do a medium reading, it might not be the need as a medium reading. So we have to be willing to work in both aspects of the psychic, the reading the life experience for the person, and learning to communicate those messages. So the other part of the question was to get the sitter to feel comfortable and open. Okay, so there's a few ways to do this. Firstly, make sure that you're comfortable and open, because if you're uptight and you're stressed, it's just going to work both ways. It's going to be a mirror. Secondly, the other part of it is you could start your reading with a relaxation. You could start your reading with, okay, so let's both just take a breath. We're just going to take a breath. We're just going to relax, and we're both just going to relax, and we're going to just let this happen and take place. So there could be little things like that. You could use a breath technique. It's completely yours. So I think the most important thing as a psychic and medium healer, whatever your service is to express spirit's work, is to set it up as you mean to go on. So I set up my readings to take place. Not all my people that I read for are comfortable. Not all my people that I read for are open. But I have to learn as a psychic medium, as part of my development, is to learn from at first early stages that really affected me, and sometimes it can. But what I've learned over time is to still be able to read and still be able to connect and still be able to do my job, even if the person is feeling that way. So when I begin my readings, I begin by having a little conversation, because it's important. They're important, and I feel your reader is important, to let them know their important role to play in it. So their important role is to be open. So when you say open in a medium reading, it's important to explain what that means. So say to the person, listen, you're coming here and maybe you have in your mind that you only want to speak to a certain person, or you only want to hear certain things and you only want to hear certain evidence. I'm just going to ask you just to release that, to let that go. And that whatever questions that you have asked, or whoever will wish you to come forward, let's just put that to the side and let's allow what needs to happen or who needs to come forward or whatever information needs to come in. So that way you're kind of going, I hear you, but let's do this. The other part is where I explain to them to just give me yes, no's, or maybes, and not to feed me information. And a lot of the times when you say that to a person, you're getting them to relax because they have a little bit of trust. People that come for readings are grieving, they're vulnerable, they're in a situation where, they're trusting you, they're allowing you to see aspects of themselves, they're being vulnerable. So, but what a lot of people don't realize when they come for readings is that the psychic medium is also being vulnerable, because we're allowing you to see an aspect of ourselves and share that part of our abilities with you. So it's a sacred space as such for everyone involved, and it should be treated that way. So allowing your person to get comfortable is to explain how you work. So you could say to them, I have no idea what's going to take place here. And sometimes when you say that, it does relax them, because they're coming in going, oh my God, what is going to go on here? And so you're kind of relaxing them in the sense of, because you're taking charge, you're taking control of the reading as such, you're taking your power as such. So you explain to the person, this is how I work. What do you feel? Now, sometimes people don't do this. I do. So I ask the person, do you feel you're here for like a life guidance reading or like a medium reading? Some will say both, and some will say just medium. And then it's my job to go, okay, so I'm just going to ask you to release that, to let that go. I can't control how this reading's going to go. I have to trust that you will get what your soul needs, whether it's a life guidance reading or whether it is a medium reading. And at the end of this reading, if you feel I haven't touched off what you feel you've come here with, then we'll have a chat. So I always kind of set myself up, set the reading up, allow them to know how you're going to work. So that's kind of how I make my clients feel comfortable. If they see me relaxed and comfortable. Now, if you're dealing with clients that it's incredibly hard sometimes. I honestly give my readings 10 minutes. If within that 10 minutes I am getting absolutely nowhere and I know it's not going to go anywhere, I stop the reading. To get the money back or whatever, no charge, there I will stop it, because they might not be in the right space to hear it. They might not be ready. Sometimes people are grieving at very early stages. So I do recommend sometimes leaving it a while, but there's a numerous amount of things that are going on within your sitter's life that they're coming here. They're afraid you're going to see into things. They're afraid of what you're going to tell them. There's a lot of fear. So, and then there's fear on our side. It's like a medium that we're not going to connect and that we're going to make a shite job. So everyone has that. So it's up to you, the healer, the medium, the psychic, to create that space. So how you do that is very unique and up to you. As I said, you can use breath. You can say, right, let's both just completely relax and just let's enjoy this experience and see what's going to happen. So relax your client through ways that you relax yourself. Some people have soft music on the background. I don't personally, because it would just distract me, but it's you create your space. So encouraging spirit to come along, talk to them, help me, come along, I'm ready, I'm open. Use visualizations, but they already know. The encouragement, you don't have to beg them to come forward. It's us ourselves. We have to relax. We have to relax our senses to feel it. That's already there. But as I said, it's important to always be open to the fact that it's not always a medium reading. It could be a mixture. A lot of the times it's a mixture of both. It can start off very, very strongly, all medium, but it'll always become about the person you're reading for. It will always change in channel. So encouraging spirit to come through, as I said, relax. You can use visualizations and things like that. Getting your sitter to feel comfortable and open. You be comfortable and you be open, and you will learn to be able to read even when your client isn't comfortable and open. But we can't change someone. We can only do our best to a level of creating a space, talking to them, allowing them know what's going to take place. Normally when I say I just want a yes, no, or maybe, and don't feed me information, a lot of the time that does relax the person, because then they're relaxed a little bit, because they'll sit back and look, okay, give me what you have and let me see. And I encourage no's because it makes me work deeper. I don't like them, but it encourages me. So it's really a personal thing in how you make your clients feel comfortable, but every single person is different. And we have to get strong and confident in ourselves not to allow that to interfere and sabotage our readings. It takes time. Some days are better than others. So you will get to a stage where you will set yourself up to how you are. It's on your own unique style, your own unique way. But I do find talking to the person as a person to kind of let them know, in a sense, how you work, how you're going to take place here, and what you hope for them. Because I always say, my wish for you out of this reading is that you walk out feeling a hell of a lot lighter as you came in here, and that you will have answers. That's my hope. And by you being you and being comfortable in you, that normally relaxes the person. So just be yourself. So guys, I hope that has helped in some way, shape or form. Take care.